Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, May 4th. A lot to go over. Futures are trading down about 1 point at the moment. At 8:15, I guess we did get the ADP job report out, and it reported, I believe, 177,000 jobs created in the month of April. We will have the government job report released on Friday at 8:30 a.m. So we'll see what that does for the market. Right now, I'm just going to switch over. You could see that the futures really have been all over the map. Were lower last night, and then have rallied up, and then came back in. So really all over the place at the moment. But trading down just 1 point to 1351. And you can see price right here at 1351. So we're not going to make too much out of the job report. Last month's job report was revised up 7,000. Again, if you ask me, the economic news and data that's released is really secondary. All that matters for the market, the reason why the market's not down much more today, is simply because the U.S. dollar is down about 23 cents. Okay, so again, yesterday you had a little bit of a move off the lows of the day. That stalled out the market, actually caused a pretty good sell-off. There was a lot of technical damage done yesterday on a lot of different stocks. We had many stocks trading lower yesterday, despite the flat reading in the Dow. But the Nasdaq did get hit pretty sharply last night. Yesterday, down 22 points, and the S&P was down about 5 points. So, again, sometimes you can't really look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is just 30 stocks that are price cap weighted. One stock could really skew the index. But here we see the U.S. dollar index really right at the lows. So we'll have to watch that. Again, if the dollar does fall today, I believe that the markets will inflate up a little bit. And that's really what you want to watch for. Everything right now is a trade on the dollar. Doesn't matter if you're trading gold, oil, stocks, technology. It doesn't matter really what you're trading right now. Everything is a trade on the dollar. So if the dollar goes down, the market usually will inflate and trade higher. If the dollar somehow catches a bid, yeah, that will take a lot of the steam out of the market, and the markets will basically drift lower and deflate. So that's what we're looking at right now. Now, something I want to cover real quickly is last night, and I don't know if everybody saw it, but the Shanghai index was down pretty sharply last night, and that tells us that we have to watch for commodity stocks today. Commodity stocks could be under some pressure. Last night you had a Shanghai sell-off of over 2%, 2.25%. I believe the Shanghai index was down about 69 points. So this morning, the first thing you want to look at, and remember, the falling dollar could save commodities, but stocks like Freeport-McMoRan, Cleveland Cliffs, and I'm just looking to see here what the some other names, U.S. Steel, a lot of these different names in the commodity sector could be under pressure. Southern Copper, okay, SCCO. Different names in the commodity region, commodity sector could be under pressure. Now, as we speak, the dollar is falling lower, just moving down sharply again, and that will help inflate the market. If I just go back to an ES futures chart, you can see how the how the ES E-mini futures are trading higher. So we're only down 25 cents now on the futures contract, and that is because of the falling dollar. And you guys are watching that inverse relationship in real time. So back to the dollar chart, down we go, and if the dollar falls lower, all the markets will inflate higher. So that could save commodities. However, in the past, I've noticed whenever the Shanghai sells off sharply like this, it usually will be a negative for most commodity stocks. So again, if the dollar falls enough, yeah, that will prop the commodity stocks up and help them out a little bit. But the Shanghai index falling the way it did tells me there could be some pressure on the commodity names. But we'll just have to see how far the dollar could fall. And as I'm speaking, you're looking at the dollar live here, U.S. dollar index, real time, and it's 8:25 a.m. in the morning, and we're having a pretty good decline, down 31 cents now. So that's a pretty good little fall, and I think we're probably at a new multi-year low, almost there, almost there. So again, it's all about the dollar in my opinion. all the news in the world is really secondary. We'll get some more economic news out, I believe, at 10 o'clock. You'll have the ISM non-manufacturing index. Again, I can't make too much out of this stuff. All I'm going to say is that it really depends on the dollar. What the dollar does, the market's going to do opposite. Dollar goes down, market goes up, and vice versa. Some stocks that are in the news today. Applied Materials. Okay, Applied Materials, I believe, is buying out Variant Semiconductor. Okay, so I believe that is a takeover there. They're going to pay $5 billion or so, or $64 a share. But in any case, little takeover news there. So you want to watch for that. And Las Vegas Sands reported earnings yesterday. Stock was hit after the bell. It is recovering a little bit. The Macau numbers were strong out of China, but the Las Vegas numbers were down and very, very weak. So again, Las Vegas Sands selling off a little bit yesterday after reporting numbers, bouncing back up a little bit off of yesterday's low, but still down significantly at the moment, and that's a pretty good haircut there. But that's how it is when you're trading earnings. Remember, we never trade earnings unless we're in the money sharply already, and that's something I always recommend everybody does. Remember, when you're trading earnings, you're more or less gambling, and you don't want to be a gambler as a trader. You want to put the odds in your favor and create the best risk-reward scenario. So again, when you're trading, and you make sure you know what stock is out there and when the earnings release date is going to happen. Now, Portugal, I guess, agreed to a bailout from the European Union last night. So things are a little bit shaky over there. If you look at the European markets right now, the FTSE is down about 1%. The French CAC is down about 0.3%, and the DAX is down almost 0.5%. So again, Europe's under a little bit of pressure, and we'll see how that plays out. Really, it can change in an instant depending on how the U.S. markets react. And right now, as long as the U.S. dollar index continues to fall, the markets here in the U.S. will go positive. In fact, the futures are positive now by 50 cents. So notice the fall here, and then all you have to do is look at the futures chart and notice the big bounce right there. It's all about the dollar. Economic news is just secondary. Like I said last week, the president could save us, the taxpayers, a lot of money if he just did a U.S. dollar task force and stopped looking at the gasoline task force, blaming speculators. It's really just a dollar problem, and that's all it is. But anyway, the dollar showing no signs of life today so far, moving lower. It could move lower a little bit later. If by some chance it makes an intraday bounce like it did yesterday, then you're going to see the market under pressure. Okay? Watch those commodity stocks today as well, because they could be under pressure with the big decline in the Shanghai index last night. And anytime an index is down over 2%, that's something to watch for, because that is not a typical decline. That is a big, massive decline. Okay, so the Shanghai down sharply last night, over 2%, and that's something we're going to have to watch here in our markets as far as commodity stocks, because that is considered the growth engine of the world. Okay, want everybody to know we are holding a No Hype Live broadcast tonight, so if you want to come by, any members want to come by, No Hype Live broadcast tonight at 9 p.m. Also, I believe on Saturday, we are holding a webinar as well, in the Money Stocks Methodology webinar. So I think that'll be very, very beneficial to everybody to come out and try that and see it for yourself. You'll never look at the markets the same again, I assure you that much. So here we have the dollar falling one more time, and then the dollar makes new lows. The futures are making a nice move back up, and it's all about the dollar. Really, you could throw the economic news, in my opinion, right out the window. Okay, everybody, that's it for today. We're keeping it short and sweet these days. Come join us on the charts. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Have a great trading day. Take care, everybody.